and when you shot a new video. It was 6 days plein air trip which we done together with our family and Monsieur Ransu. So in this trip I used Pleinly watercolor easel set, which is this kind of set which attaches to the tripod using a quick release plate like this, and it has 2 magnetic clips here where you can attach your metallic palette here. I also used Pleinly hot pressed watercolor sketchbook, which is 8 by 12 inches size, and it has 100% cotton paper 300 GSM, and it opens fully flat. So it attaches to this board using this kind of paper clips like this, and you have all the brushes and, for example, spray bottle in this cup, and for the other cup you can put the water like this. And in this set everything is close, so you need to do minimal hand movements when you're painting, and everything falls apart in smaller pieces, and you can put everything inside about 40 liters backpack, which you can see in this video. You can tilt the board here freely like this when you want to wash to go down, or also to the other direction here. I normally paint nature scenes, seascapes, fields, forests and birds, and often travel by kayak. So it was quite a new experience for me to paint in urban environment and travel using a metro. I'm a big fan of Claude Monet and other French impressionists. This year marks also the 100th anniversary of Monet's death, so I especially wanted to visit Giverny, where he painted his famous water lilies and other landscapes. The painting I will work in here is based on the photograph I took on Monet's house and garden. It was not allowed to paint in a garden. I prepared for the trip by making a few quick watercolor master studies of Monet's paintings. I also visited Helsinki, the capital of Finland, and painted some urban sketches there. So my family and I stayed in an Airbnb in Paris, Latin Quarter. The 5th floor balcony became my little studio in Paris. I painted there 3 watercolors and enjoyed my breakfasts and evening snacks in peaceful Parisian atmosphere. I usually woke up about 2 hours before the rest of my family, so I enjoyed these 2 hours by painting in the balcony. About 15 minutes walk away from our place, it was a Luxembourg garden which I visited 2 times. I painted 2 about 1 hour paintings there. The park has plenty of free movable chairs, making it easy to find peaceful spots to paint. Even in the busiest area in front of the Luxembourg Palace, I was able to paint without disturbance. On the edge of the park, I found a beautiful Joy of the Family marble sculpture surrounded by a sea of flowers. It was called Joyes de la Famille by a French sculptor Horace Daillon, and it was done 1889. One of my primary goals in this trip was to paint Eiffel Tower in plein air. I walked about 2 kilometers from the Arc de Triomphe, which was also a lovely experience and also give me some kind of adventure when I'm trying to find best location to paint in. I found a marvelous painting spot in the large fountain garden called Jardin de Trocadero near the tower on the other side of the Seine River. The day was luckily partly cloudy, so it was nice to paint the clouds behind the tower. The whole experience was truly unforgettable with all the people and the park alive nearby me. It was a nice coincidence that both Eiffel Tower and the Choice of the Family sculpture which I painted were both presented in the same 1889 World's Fair in Paris to celebrate 100th anniversary of French Revolution. I encouraged myself and took a solo adventure to Plein and Giverny for a day. The entire trip was a magnificent experience. It all started at Saint Lazare railway station, the same station that Monet painted in his famous steam train paintings more than 140 years ago. I had booked the 10:15 train to Giverny station, but after the trip I thought that taking an earlier train would have been better. Monet's garden closes at 6 p.m. and I unfortunately missed the famous water lily bulbs. As I walk roughly 5 kilometers from station to Giverny, I became so absorbed to the plein air painting that I completely lost the track of time and ended up with only a little over 1 hour left to visit the museum and the house and the garden. Still, I felt fortunate to stop and paint the beautiful castle and art center area in Vernon, as well as famous old mill on the bridge, which was also painted by the Monet. Visiting the Monet's grave was a meaningful moment for me, and afterwards I painted the Giverny church from the photograph. It's only about 5 kilometers walk, and the sightseeing is very nice. You can see all those places, all those beautiful places, and stop to paint. You have, for example, the fields and the hills and the cows on the hills and the buildings in the Giverny. It could have, I almost stopped there to paint those. During the whole trip I used the new Pleinly BP40 backpack to carry my painting gear, camera and other importance like power bank, water bottle and even my family's umbrellas. If you like to learn more about the Pleinly products which are designed to plein air watercolor painting especially, visit pleinly.com or follow Pleinly YouTube channel. The set is available in Amazon, US and Australia and will soon be available also in EU and also in Finland.